That's it, man. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Dugai, coming at y'all with another episode of Dropping Dimes from Mr. Dugai. And today I'm going to talk about, man, the Philadelphia Eagles have lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the NFC wild card game, which they advanced to the divisional round, and the season for the Eagles is over, yo. Before I get into this video, for everyone, if you want to give me a follow on my social media platforms, I'm gonna have all that information down in the description box. May not always get a chance to respond to questions and comments on these videos, so feel free to DM me. And whenever I get a chance to, I'll get back at you. Come holler at your boy. Also, if you're a Madden 22 player on Xbox One, I'm gonna have my Xbox One gamer tag down in the description box also. Y'all may hear a beeping noise throughout the video. Please disregard that, and I do apologize for the inconvenience. Well, that's it, man. Philadelphia Eagles lose to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 31-15. For the season to come to an end, and Tampa Bay advance to the divisional round. First off, before I get into what went wrong for the Eagles in this game and what I think we should do heading into next season, I want to just tip my hat to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the win. Tom Brady was pretty good today. Rob Gronkowski caught a touchdown. The defense was very good today. Mike Edwards and Winfield and Devin White and those guys, former LSU Tiger Devin White. Uh, Vaughn played well. Giovanni Bernard played well. Mike Evans played well. Those were all people that were key. Shaq Barrett gets a pick. Those are all people, contributing factors into the Buccaneers knocking us off today. So I just want to congratulate Tampa Bay on that, and I wish them well the rest of the playoffs, yo. And for the Eagles, obviously, this loss is not really a shocker or a surprise to us. I felt like we had a chance if certain things went our way, if we ran the ball effectively, and if defense, we really challenged the receivers. And those things did not happen. Now, look, for a little stretch in the game between the second and third quarter, the defense for a little while actually was playing well, where they was challenging the receivers a little bit and did get some pressure on Tom Brady. I think they ended up sacking him like 4 times. But offensively, we could not get a run game going at all. And at this point in his career, Jalen Hurts is not a polished pocket passing quarterback that we could drop back 35, 40 times and expect to be successful. He's just not at that point yet in his career. So it was just a recipe for disaster. Early in the game they get the ball, they go right down the field, score, and then the offense was just terrible until late in the second quarter. Goddard had a critical drop that could have at least resulted into some type of points. Hurst threw a pick, threw another one in the second half. We just didn't get it going. We didn't get Devontae Smith involved in the offense until late in the game. The other receivers, Quez Watkins had one nice long catch, but you get nothing, absolutely nothing from Jalen Rager, who also had a bad muff punt in this game. When it seemed like the Eagles had a little bit of momentum left in the game, I'm kind of done with Jalen Rager at this point. Um, and we just didn't get it done, man. Looking at this team, but at the same time, I'm proud of the team. I'm proud of what this was not expected to be a good season. And we made the playoffs. Now, I was hoping we would be a lot more competitive in this game, even in defeat. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. When you're going up against Tom Brady on the road and you got a young team, especially a young coaching staff, this is what happens. But I will say, proud of the team, proud of making the playoffs. I actually was blessed enough to go to the Eagles game against the Falcons in Atlanta week 1, and I had a blast. That's probably the most complete game we played all year, and I had a blast that afternoon, man. So from that result into a playoff berth, I take it. Now, obviously, there's some questions going forward that you see. I was hoping today that Jalen Hurts would have played really well to where this question would not come up because I've been consistent this season At least, I'm gonna say midpoint of the season. Probably not the whole season, but midpoint of the season where I feel like Jalen Hurts should be our quarterback next season. You take those 3 first-round picks, you get 3 players on each level of your defense that could come in and start right away, make an impact. The salary cap space you have left with money to spend, you go sign a guy like an Allen Robinson, who is a veteran and a 50-50 ball receiver that could go opposite of Devontae Smith because we desperately need another wide receiver. But I don't want another young guy. I want another veteran guy. And defensively, we need more players. We need 3 more players. I feel like one on each level of the defense. Um, Nick Sirianni, I feel like after a very shaky start, I feel like has done a decent job down the stretch, and I'm curious to see what he'll do next season with another year of experience and getting better. He was the only rookie coach to make it to the playoffs this season. Jalen Hurts, look, there's gonna be a lot of people who's gonna be done with him. There's gonna be a lot of people who gonna feel like we should move on from him. We should use those 3 first-round picks to go get a Deshaun Watson or somebody that and they'll draft the guy early. There's gonna be people that feel that way, and I understand them for feeling that way. Me, I don't. I feel like, look, let him continue to grow. Let him continue. It's his first playoff start on the road against a really good the defending Super Bowl champs. This defense made Patrick Mahomes look silly last season. So let him just continue to develop as a passer and get more pieces around him. And I'm excited to see what it could be going forward. But you're gonna get that question with the fan base and maybe even with Howie Roseman himself. Um, Jalen Rager, I feel like should not be on this team next year. If you sign a veteran wide receiver, you roll with him, Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins, and even a Greg Ward or somebody, or maybe a young receiver you get later in the draft. I'm not. I just don't see it, man. He gives you nothing in the return game like he should, and he's not a good wide receiver. So I feel like we just got to swallow our pride and understand it was a terrible draft pick and move on from Jalen Rager. In the defense, man, we got decisions to make. We got veteran older guys. Brandon Graham coming off from Achilles. Do we try to move Fletcher Cox by him getting a little older? Rodney McLeod, what we do with him? Anthony Harris is a free agent. Steven Nelson is a free agent. What do we do with those guys? Me personally, I love Brandon Graham, love his leadership, but I honestly do feel like we should go a little younger in that position. I'm cool with bringing Fletcher Cox back another year. I really am. Though, it was times this year where I was ready to move on, but it'll be good to have one veteran, at least for one more year, one veteran presence on the D line. I think we probably move on from Steven Nelson. I think we get a young corner in the draft and develop him and see what they could do. I think, as far as safety, Marcus Epps and Kavon Wallace, I feel like one of those guys are going to be ready to step in for like an Anthony Harris. I think we bring Rodney McLeod back another season, and go from there. Bright spots, the offensive line, I thought the rookies this year were actually good. I thought we got a good rookie class, probably the best one we've had in a long time. I think Devontae Smith is a stud. I think he's a good wide receiver. He just needs help. He needs other receivers to take some pressure off of him. I think Landon Dickerson, when healthy, proved that he's a very good offensive lineman. So I think we're good with him. Milton Williams, especially later in the season, flashed and showed some things, and I think he's a guy that's going to definitely be a strong part of the defensive line rotation for next year and for the immediate years to come. Kenny Gainwell, I think, is a solid third down back. He's somebody that could go in the kick return game, and he's somebody that on third downs could catch passes out the backfield and maybe even get a few carries here and there. So I like him. Look, I thought this was probably Howie's best rookie class in a while. So look, me personally, let's roll. I know some people gonna disagree. Let's roll with Jalen Hurts. Let's see what he could do with another weapon and a better roster and another year under his belt, under Nick Sirianni's system and all that. Now, one thing I would be okay with, if we bring him back, it's okay, but I would not frown upon bringing in a new defensive coordinator. Whether it's Jonathan Gannon get a head coaching job, which I doubt, or we decide to move on from him and go after one of these veteran guys available, like a Vic Fangio, you know, or somebody of that nature, or maybe even a Mike Zimmer if he still wants to be a defensive coordinator. Who knows? I'm opposed to that, but if we brought him back, I wouldn't hate it. You would think he would be better next season, but overall, man, congrats to Tampa on getting the win. Proud of my birds, man. Making it to the playoffs. I was excited all week. It didn't end the way I wanted it to end. Obviously, I wish we would have had a better showing, but at the end of the day, proud of this team making the playoffs, and it should be a very, very entertaining offseason for the Eagles, yo. But with that being said, that's all I got for y'all today. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Hit the like button for your boy. Give me a subscribe. I'm gonna have Philadelphia Eagles, NFL, and content of my other teams throughout the year. Y'all have a blessed one. Fly Eagles, fly.